Right then, in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of the Viking XPRS Ferry. Now this is a very large passenger boat which does services between Sweden, Estonia and Finland. This boat is big and it's got some interesting lifts, so let's do a review of this boat. So we've got this Kone Marine. Car deck. Do that. So this ferry is also kind of a mini cruise ship because you actually have rooms that people can stay in. That's for your longer trips.
Arvoisat matkustajat, olemme saapuneet Helsinkiin. Pyydämme kaikkia Viking meneviä matkustajia poistumaan laivasta.
That's what it's like, so very basic room, but
kiitämme teitä matkasta ja tervetuloa.
So I'm going to record this lift because the music's slightly quieter in this one because normally they've got music in them. Kone MX20 MRL on a boat. 10. Still got a bit of music in it. Deck 10. MX20, we all recognise that sound. MRL. Well, I think we know what that means. We need to go take a look at it. Deck 3. You have pre-door on a boat. Now watch this pre-door. Didn't think you could have pre-door on a boat, but pre-door on a boat. How's that possible? How the fuck is that even possible? Look at material, I build lift shafts out. So I assume that's just anti-fire material. That material for lift shaft, look, that's what it's like with that material, just metal. I've never felt motion sick in a lift shaft before. Because everything looks like it's still. The lift's not moving, so I sort of feel like I shouldn't be moving, but it's moving so much. The whole thing's swaying so badly. It's one of the most disconcerting things I think I've done, because I've never done this before, but not when it's rough seas. Good news is you can always escape the lift shaft on a boat lift. But of course I'm not doing that, I'm going to wait for it to go. Not putting it on inspection. And also I would never put an eco disc on inspection at the very top because it jolts upwards and then it will overrun. there'll be added protections on those hatches. Open those up and it should permanently disable. Fucking hell. Well, an idiot and their money gets parted very quickly. How's it not getting knocked off at rough sea? It's not that carefully stored. Imagine the sea can get very rough on occasions. Wow. Is that worth €250? I don't think so. €3,099? Wow. I don't know what to say. Just wow. You buy a car for that? So it's supposedly duty free, really cheap. Well, something I actually know what the price is. €9.50. That is not good value. I used to eat those a lot, but I can't anymore because I can't have sugar. So I can't eat most of these chocolates. All these chocolates I used to actually eat, I can't eat anymore. Like this. Well, this I know, you used to get one of those really big bars for £3. Probably gone up to about £4 now because of inflation. €6.25, that is overpriced. And I can't eat those anymore because I can't eat sugar. So all this chocolate I used to eat in the past, I can no longer eat. Look at the back of it, just to demonstrate. Number 1 ingredient, sugar. Carbohydrates, of which is sugar, 55 grams per 100. 55% of that is sugar. So imagine half of that, or slightly over half, that amount of that bar is just pure sugar. That's why I can no longer have those. Once I realised how much sugar is in everything, then I suddenly realised what was causing my blood sugar problems. I had to drastically change what I was eating. These big bars, 58% of that is sugar. So about all of that much of it, about just over half that much, all that sugar. Chocolate's never the same again once you realise quite how much of it is actually sugar and not chocolate. Go 22 miles an hour. I'll just stand still because it's going so slow. Me walking will actually change its speed. Yeah, 22 or 23 mile an hour. So, this boat also has on it live music, which sounds like a good idea, a nice thing to have on your ferry crossing, until you actually listen to the said music. Now, what I find is the most frustrating thing about live music is I really like the idea in theory, but in practice the music always seems to be a bit shit. Now, I guess I'm going to finish this video on a bit of a rant about music. Now, I used to do piano lessons, so I was learning to play the piano. Eventually kind of gave up and lost practice. But I think I found the most annoying about anything to do with live music is why is it that classical music is considered the type of music you listen to or play if you want something technical and complicated, and pop songs and kind of more regular music is considered something simple to listen to. So I do not like that, and I find it the most annoying thing. That's one of the things that actually made me lose interest in piano, was that divide between pop songs for the simple masses and classical music for the technically complicated minded people. My taste in music is EDM, electronic dance music. But despite that name, I have no interest in dancing. I don't care about dancing or raves or any of that shit at all. The only reason why I like EDM is because it's technically complicated. It's got lots of layers and there's a lot of different things going on in the song. And it also sounds modern, unlike classical music, which sounds very old. So I'd like it if there could be more effort in live performers to try and recreate the complexity of EDM. But sadly it doesn't happen, because if you go to festivals, usually the EDM stages are just people at the mixing desk just playing the songs. They're not even recreating them live, they're literally just playing them, which I thought was a right disappointment. And the few people that do covers or want to play EDM live usually simplify it and turn it into a simple pop song. So why is it in classical music you get huge concert halls full of loads and loads of instruments where all the people are dedicated to playing their favourite classical song to its full complexity, when something as modern and complex, like my favourite bits of EDM music, which are very complicated songs, loads and loads of layers, there seems to be a real lack of people motivated to want to recreate them live using real instruments, but recreating at full complexity rather than simplifying them into a simple pop song. That really frustrates me, because I feel like my favourite music genre is not represented properly in proper live music. So, as far as I'm concerned, concerned, live music sounds great in principle, but in practice it usually ends up sounding a bit like the shit music on this boat. So there you go, this video has gone from reviewing a boat to reviewing music, but hey, my channel's very random. And that's the end of the video.